Well, guys, you asked for it, and here it is. Here is the brand new Madden NFL 222 franchise series. Going to be in the same mold as the Madden 09 PSP series I did. Only this time, it won't take as long. And upon asking if you all wanted it to be upload each episode after I filmed them, or wait till I did all 30 Super Bowls, then publish them daily, you overwhelmingly said to do it how I did Madden 09, so I'm going to do that. As the other day, I finally got everything all set up and I simulated the 2021 season. So now, here are the results before we get to Super Bowl 56, if it'll just load. So anyways, in the AFC North, the Browns won the division at 14-3 as they went on a roll near the end of the year. And of course, one team that choked badly was the Ravens. They were 9-0 at one point, but they've went 5-3 since to finish 14-3, but that still was not enough to win the NFC North, as they had to settle for a wild card. They choked badly the final week, unfortunately for them, or the final few weeks. And then you have the Bengals, who went 4-11-1 in 2020. They went 10-7, which is the exact record they went last year in real life 2021 when they made the Super Bowl. This time, though, it wasn't enough. They were like around the middle of the pack for most of the year. Then near the end of the year, they went on like a 4-game win streak, and they were like 10-5, possibly in the race to get a playoff spot. But then they choked the final 2 weeks to miss out. And then the Steelers completely bombed out after going 12-4 in 2020 to go 3-14, the worst record they had since the 60s. Oh my goodness, what a terrible collapse they had. So then in the AFC South, the Titans, unlike their real-life counterparts, were actually really good this year in 2021, as they finished 14-3, the best record in franchise history, as they looked dominant and got home field advantage. The Jaguars stunned everyone after going 1-15 in 2020. They went 13-4. All their wins were dominant, all their losses were close. They just kept that momentum going until they made this incredible record. And last up, too, is the Colts. As the Colts were a really good team, but they kept losing a lot of games. They were 5-4 at one point. They kept blowing games that they shouldn't have. But they managed to get it right, and thanks to the Bengals choking, they managed to go 11-6, which technically is a downgrade from the previous year when they went 11-5, but it was enough to still make the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Texans, they actually weren't that bad, but they just couldn't do enough as they went 5-12. They were around the middle of the pack till like near the end of the year when they started to fall off, unfortunately for them. And the AFC East, the Bills went 12-5, which is a downgrade from the previous year. Although they didn't, because they were mostly by and large just an average team until near the end of the year on a 4-game win streak when they finally started to look good again. And the Jets surprised us by going 7-10 as they remained somewhat competitive in the division, but they never really were that good. And the Patriots continue to struggle post-Brady as they regressed to 6-11, and the Dolphins, after they went 10-6 in 2020, they collapsed to 4-13 in 2021. Definitely didn't look good. And the AFC West, the Chiefs went on an 8-game winning streak to finish 13-4, which wasn't enough to get a bye, believe it or not. As just like in real life, they were like 5-4 near the middle of the year. They were struggling in terms of wins, but not performance. They were doing pretty good performance. They just could not win games. And then the Chargers struggled all year, and they barely finished 8-9, which technically is an improvement from the previous year, but they did not really look that good. And the Broncos continued to regress as they went 4-13, definitely not looking good. And the Raiders, with one of the worst defenses of all time, bombed out at 3-14. Then in the NFC North, the Packers won it, obviously, going 13-4, which is a real-life record. And then the Vikings, after going 7-9 the previous year, they massively turned it around to go 10-7. They were actually, I think, 9-2 at one point. They were right there with the Packers for most of the year in terms of division. But as you see, near the end of the year, they lost 3 in a row to finish 10-7, blowing their chance to get the division, possibly. And the Bears, at first, they started off like 0-4, 0-5. But then after that, they had a massive turnaround. At one point, they were 7-5 and still right there in the mix to get a wild card spot. But then they wanted to lose 4 in a row before finishing 8-9. But record-wise and performance, they actually turned it around a little bit. Not so much for the Lions, however, as they really bombed out as they went 1-16. The worst record in the league. 1 game short of tying their record from 2008, as they were just not a good team. Their only win, of course, was at the Steelers. And the NFC South, the Buccaneers, got it with the best record in the league at 15-2 as they clinched home field advantage with like 3 weeks remaining. And then they lost a game 2 in the middle of that stretch as they were dominant all year. As the rest of the division was terrible. The Falcons finished 7-10, which is an improvement from their 4-12 record the year before. And they remained somewhat competitive. They were still in the mix of the playoff race like the Bears were. They just couldn't seal the deal. And then there was the Panthers, who had a good start to the year like in real life, but just like in real life in 2021, they bombed out as they finished 5-12. And oh boy, the post-Breeze era was horrible for the Saints. They scored a lot of points, but their defense was so horrible that they collapsed entirely as they finished 4-13. I think they started off 0-8 too. That's how bad they were. And the NFC East, the Cowboys won the division after going 6-10 last year, going 14-3, absolutely dominated. And then the Washington football team had a good year as well, as they went 11-6 after winning the division last year. They couldn't do it this year, but it was enough to make the playoffs once again. And of course, stupid email stuff pop up starting to piss me off. Stop, so I could film in peace. But anyways, after that, let me check OBS 2, make sure everything's working, okay? So anyways, the Giants, they had a terrible start to the year, but then near the end of the year, they turned it around a lot as they finished 8-9, their best record in like 5 years. Almost had a win season, so looking good in that regard. And then there's the Eagles, who offensively, at the first half of the year were really good, but their defense really was bad. And then they really bombed out near the end of the year. See, they lost 9 in a row to finish 2-15, really bottoming out. And then in the NFC West, you have the Rams, just like in real life, winning the NFC West. Although not looking as dominant, though, as they've struggled pretty much all year. And that also applies to the 49ers, who also went 12-5, but they kind of struggled all year. Never really fully in it till like the very end. And then you have the Cardinals, who bombed out. They're going 8-8 last year, collapsed to 5-12. And then the Seahawks. They completely collapsed as they went 4-13, their worst record in 13 years. So anyways, in the AFC, it was number 1 seed Titans, number 2 Browns, number 3 the Chiefs, number 4 the Bills, number 5 Ravens, number 6 Jaguars, number 7 Colts. And the NFC was number 1 Buccaneers, number 2 Cowboys, number 3 Packers, number 4 Rams, number 5 49ers, number 6 football team, and number 7 Vikings. So, alright, leave here. So now, let's go check out the stats really quickly. As I'm pressing the button, game. Do it. Jesus. When I press on the button, you need to just do it. So let's go take a look at each division's QBs. As see, Burrow. Wait, let me go by rating. I prefer going by rating. Well, actually, no. Then it gets in. Oh my God. So, anyways, Burrow had a really good year. Everyone except Big Ben had a really good year in the AFC North when it came to quarterbacks. Well, this is Ben's last year. We'll see if he retires at the end of the year. In the AFC South, Trevor Lawrence had an awesome rookie year. Look at those. Those like Justin Herbert numbers. Watson did okay. Carson Wentz had a very good season as a rookie. And Ryan Tannehill just went off. Everyone, even somewhat Watson, had a good year. NFC East, Josh Allen had a dominant year. Tua, Zach Wilson. I mean, to be fair, that is better than he had ever had in real life. So this is probably a major plus for him, but still kind of just okay. And Cam Newton, probably his last year before they bring Mac Jones in, did not really play that well. In the AFC West, Mahomes put up 53 touchdowns, 2 short of the record. So that's the second most touchdowns all time. Justin Herbert had a horrible second year. Look at that, just 18 touchdowns and 16 picks. Derek Carr had a horrible year. Teddy Bridgewater had an okay year, but everyone but Mahomes pretty much did not play good. NFC North, Aaron Rodgers had a dominant year. Justin Fields, that's a lot of interceptions, but that still wasn't too bad of a rookie year. Jared Goff did not really have a good year. Kirk Cousins had a kind of a down year too, but it's not too bad. NFC South, Brady had an awesome year, maybe his last year before he retires. Matt Ryan threw 21 interceptions, but at least he had 35 touchdowns to compensate for it, but that's kind of disappointing. Famous Winston, just like his last year with the Buccaneers, threw a whole bunch of interceptions and not that many touchdowns either, as Sam Darnold did not really have that good of a year with the Panthers, although that honestly is probably his best season. NFC East, Dak had a good year. Jalen Hurts had a good year. Man, Ryan Fitzpatrick just balled out like his second best season besides 2015. And even Daniel Jones in his third year didn't look that bad. That's his best season. That's better in real life 2022. And in NFC West, Russell Wilson did not look good. Trey Lance's rookie year looked really good. Kyler Murray had a really good year. Yet how did the Cardinals struggle so bad? And Matthew Stafford had a good year. Alright, so that's the quarterback situation. Now let's check out the rest of the league. As I'm pressing the button, here we go. Russian leader Nick Chubb almost rushed for 2,000 yards as he's the leading rusher. As he had 23 touchdowns. That's up there his top 10 as well, along with his rush yards. So Nick Chubb had an awesome year as Zeke was second and Derrick Henry was third. Alright, so that's rushing. Now let's check... Alright, no, let's go check rushing again in terms of rushing touchdowns. Yep. Derrick Henry and... What? The Titans had two running backs that had almost 20 touchdowns each. Oh my goodness, this might be the greatest rushing offense ever in NFL history looking like. That's 40 rushing touchdowns. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my God. Then Marvin Jones leads the league in receptions for the Jaguars as Mike Evans was second and Amari Cooper third. Touchdowns. Tyreek Hill had 17 touchdowns, which I think is close in the top 10. Tyler Boyd was second and Christian Kirk was third. Alright, then... I'm pressing the button, damn it! Jesus Christ, man's always slow with the button presses. So anyways, leaders in QBs. DeForest Buckner with 20 sacks, which I believe is in the top 10. Just barely edging out Shaquille Bartlett with 19.5. And Khalil Mack had 19. Really good years for them. And interceptions, Denzel Ward, Marshawn Lattimore, and Carlton Davis III all tied with 7 interceptions each, with Fred Warner right behind at 6. So, good year for these three being top in their stats. Alright, took forever to hit B. I don't know if... Will we get MVP already? Or is it too early because we still have the Super Bowl to do? Mahomes got MVP. Of course, no surprise, like almost all quarterbacks leading the way. Urban Meyer was Coach of the Year. And, of course, it's not going to show me yearly rewards in other regards. Alright, so anyways, it's now time to get to the playoff bracket. As here it is. So here was the playoffs for 2021 with the 17 teams. In the wild card, the Browns edged out the Colts to just move on to the divisional round. The Jaguars pulled off the upset to beat the Chiefs, to beat the two-time AFC champion. And then the Ravens beat the Bills by 1 point to make it to the wild card round. Then, in the NFC side, the Vikings edged out the Cowboys in a close upset. And then the football team upset the Packers, as once again, maybe Aaron Rodgers will be gone at the end of the year. And then after there was the 49ers crushed the Rams like they did the previous week. No, actually, I think the Rams won that one, but the 49ers got their revenge. Then the wild card round. Just like in real life, the Titans lost in the divisional round with the #1 record as the Jaguars upset them to make the AFC Championship for the first time since 2017. Then the Browns crushed the Ravens 42-31 to make the AFC Championship for the first time since 1989. Then in the divisional round, the NFC side, the Vikings again pulled off the upset as they beat the Buccaneers, the defending champions, 28-21. Oof, for Bray, maybe he'll retire at the end of the year. As the Vikings are in the NFC Championship for the first time since 2017. And then the football team destroyed the 49ers on the road to make the 49ers the first wildcard team to host a divisional game. And the football team's in the NFC Championship for the first time since 1991. And then the conference championships, the Browns destroyed the Jaguars to make the Super Bowl for the first time ever. Their first title appearance since 1969. And then the Vikings crushed the football team in the NFC Championship to make the Super Bowl for the first time since 1969 as well. No, 1976. So anyways, of course, stupid controller had to fall out. So that's Super Bowl 57 in LA. The Vikings and the Browns. So it's going to come down to this. Will it be the Browns getting their first Super Bowl, but this will be their first title since 1964, 57 years ago? Or will it be the Vikings getting their first Super Bowl and their first title since 1969? Funny enough, the last time the Browns made the championship was the 1969 NFL game, and guess who they lost to in that game? The Vikings. So it's kind of funny how they're going to meet once again. Browns' last championship appearance and the Vikings' only championship came off of each other. So we're now getting ready for the Super Bowl. And these two played each other earlier in the year, and I think the Vikings won that. All right, so make sure the controller's working. Yep. Let me make sure. No, I hit B. No, I meant to get the uniforms up. I want to make sure they're having the correct uniforms, because this game does not do uniforms correctly a lot of times, as we've seen over the years. Like a Man 09 had to keep setting it manually. Come on, hurry up and load. This video's gone on long enough. I just want to update the uniforms. Thank you. Hey, uniforms, because the Browns are the home team this year, so I want them to have their home uniforms. If it'll load, thank you. Alright, the Browns are ready. And now for the Vikings, we'll make sure you have your away uniforms on. Yep. Alright. And here we go. And I probably need to go do a sound check because this is the first time I'm filming on Madden 22 with volume, so I don't want the game too loud or anything. I might lower the speaker too, so it doesn't pick up on the mic. So here we go. Getting ready for the first Super Bowl of the series in LA. This will be interesting. See how they do. Long droughts are going to end. Vikings, it's been 52 years since they last won a title, and the Browns haven't won a title in 57 years. So one long drought's going to end. How about that? The Browns, the number 2 seed, making it here pretty easily. And the Vikings had to pull off upset after upset after upset. I like how it's definitely not a good sign when you're freezing a lot because I just pressed start. Alright, now before we start the game, I want to make fully sure, hopefully, volume controls, yeah, I want to make 100% sure you're not too loud. Because I can't check the video right now. I'm just going to lower it a little bit. So, if it's too low, let me know in the comments and I'll fix it in the next episode. But I want to make sure it's not too loud. Alright, so the Vikings are going to start off with the ball. So here we go. Time for Super Bowl 57. And let's see what the Vikings could do after pulling off their incredible run at the Cowboys, 49ers, no, Cowboys, Buccaneers, and then the football team. Absolutely stunning at 10-7 record. And then just do that. So here we go. As the Vikings are going to start off with the run and gain quite a bit of yards. So that's a 4-yard gain. It looked like it was a lot more than that, honestly. I thought it was like a 6-yard gain or something like that. It looked like a lot of yards. Here we go, 2nd and 6. Open, caught, first down for the Vikings. Alright, so first yard gain. The first down gain. Vikings looking okay so far because the Browns have a really good defense. I think their main strength still is their offense, believe it or not. Oh, open! And gonna catch him! I think he's out of bounds. Yep, he was out of bounds. Just short was out of bounds for that catch. Alright. So now, here we go for our next play. 2nd and 10. See what the Vikings got here. Oh, there's a big hole! And gonna get the first down. As their rush attack so far, Dalvin Cook is on a roll. Already 20 yards rushing almost.
That offensive line, if they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively. No doubt about it.
All right, so now you go another first down. Here we go. Took a big hit, but did he get the first down? Oh, just 2nd inches. So far, other than that one incomplete pass, the Vikings have been on a roll right now, offensively. And there we go, another first down with a little bit extra, as they're now at the 35. They've already gained 25 yards rushing.
Exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game. Yeah, remember our conversation.
Vikings showing that they have that momentum still from early in the playoffs. And there we go, the first no real gain as Cook didn't even gain any yards apparently. Even though it says he did gain a yard, but still 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go on 2nd and 10. Oh, he fumbled, he got bit right there. And the Browns... Did the Browns... Oh, no, the Vikings recovered it. Oh, my God. He got hit as he threw it. Oh, boy. And now it's a loss of 14 yards. So now the Vikings are forced to pass here because they got to get back into field goal range now. Here we go. 3rd and 24. Could the Vikings convert? Oh, boy. And they will. What a big throw right there. As at the red zone, the Vikings converted a 3rd and 24 just like that. Big play right there. Man, the Browns wish they had that fumble right now because the Vikings are now at the goal line. Almost 40 yards rushing now for the Vikings. As they just look dominant at the moment. Even their mistake, they made up for it. And of course, good job, controller. I appreciate you. That's the USB cords in my finger are pretty bad shape. Here we go. Open. And it was caught! Somehow it was caught and gained 2 yards out of it. I thought it was going to be deflected or intercepted after I threw it. So at the 1 yard line, could they punch in and take the lead? Look at that. Their offense balanced. 5 rushing yards, 5 run plays, 5 passing plays. And there we go! Barely got in. Vikings scored on the first drive. Touchdown Vikings, rushing it in. Man, Dalvin Cook, so far right now, is looking like the MVP at the moment. That was an awesome drive. Like, I think he got 40 yards rushing and the game's first touchdown. Absolutely dominant performance so far by Cook. Here we go. Up and good. So 2:52 left in the first quarter. The Vikings are up 7-0. Man, the Browns defense got kind of torched right there that drive, other than that fumble. So we'll see what the Browns offense can do, because I think the Browns had a better offense than their defense was. Even though they do have the league leading interceptor, they also have the league leading, was it Chubb with the leading rusher? Here we go.
Here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback. One of the more fiery quarterbacks you're ever going to be around, Baker Mayfield.
So 1st and 10 for the Browns. Let's see what you got.
And he's taken more than his fair share of criticism.
And there goes Chubb, spinning right there for the first down. Good start for him. So far, both teams are running the ball really well. I know it's just one play for the Browns, but that was a good start.
Superbowl for the first time in franchise history. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go, another 1st and 10. As gonna run it, and that, oh man, oh nice! Gained a whole bunch right there. I didn't think it was gonna get anything twice. A 7-yard gain, just like that. Oh no! The controller stops working. Go fuck yourself. Like seriously, go fuck yourself. Fucking asshole. Hate that so much. Unfortunately, you can't fix that without replacing the motherboard, and I can't afford that. Here we go, running the ball again, and oh, short! Is it? Yep, 3rd and inches. As, look at that, the Browns, 3rd and inches. As they are going to run it once again. 4th straight run, as there goes Chubb. 2-man to beat, and got taken down right there. Man, 40 yards rushing already, as they've only ran the ball. As we're nearing the end of the first quarter, as both offenses are just clicking right now. It's a play action. All the way across the field. Caught it, but did that only gained 2 yards. Wasn't even really worth it, but he was the only one open at the moment. So 2nd and 8 now. Here we go. Throw. Caught it. And there we go. 1st down for the Browns. Oh, could they get the play off? Oh, could they? Nope. All right, so the first quarter is over. It's all offense at the moment as the Vikings lead 7-0. As both defenses are getting torched right now, especially running it. Both teams have over at least 40 yards rushing already.
Now they return to the ground.
Oh boy, Chubb getting close to 50 yards now. Too short. He's gaining over 10. Chubb's gained over 10 yards per rush already. Almost 10 yards. No, he is getting over 10. That's right. And there we go. Going to get the first down on 2-yard gain. Oh, that was Hunt this time. All right, so it's now 1st and 10 as they're in the red zone, but not the goal line yet. They're getting there though. Here we go. Going to go for that pass, and they are now. Well, no. They're not the goal line yet. It's still 2nd and 2. It's not the goal just yet. But they're getting closer. Here we go. 2nd and 2. And nowhere for Hunt that time. Where's Chubb when you need him?
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend.
3rd and 1 now. They ran the ball more than passing.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down.
Risky throw! It was almost one-handed right there.
Nice play there to force.
And you know what? Yes, the Browns are going to try it. They're going to try and go for it on 4th down. Good. Chubb's there finally. Here we go. Let's see on 4th and 1. Can they make it with Chubb? Here we go. And he is! And he's going to get in for the touchdown. Risky play, and it paid off. And the Browns scored a touchdown. As how about that? All rushing touchdowns so far. Is the running game is doing all the work. Chubb has over 50 yards now, I believe, and now a touchdown. Maybe now he's the MVP candidate at the moment. And so far, the running backs have been doing all the work. So here we go, 5:56 in the second quarter, and the game's now tied up at 7. Right, so now here we go.
To finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here.
Yep, both teams scored, and yeah, we're just gonna need it.
And it'll come out to the 25.
Want to save some time, especially since it's usually gonna get less yards out of it for wasted time.
Here are the Vikings now.
All right, here we go. Let's see how the Vikings do on their next drive. Short play, gonna get the catch and gain 3 yards. Yeah, the Vikings have had a passing offense at least. The Browns have no passing right now pretty much. Cousins already has 56 yards passing. That's kind of low though at this point in the game. All right, 2nd and 8. And gonna get the 1st down. There we go. Yep, 6 yards after contact. Good for Cook. 105 total yards for the Vikings.
Remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but
here we
how
go.
about his vision to find the holes?
Oh, they're going for a big play. Risky and deflected. For a minute, it looked like it was going to be almost intercepted.
But it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan.
All right, here we go. It's 2nd and 10 now.
You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you can.
And there's no one. Oh, there's a flag. Going for the throw. Going to get the catch, but we'll see about the penalty first.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty
Holding.
on the field.
And that's unfortunate for the Browns. I mean the Vikings. So 1st down loses 10 yards. So it's now 2nd and 20.
Good about it. Only people celebrating the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. And Cook is going to gain nothing really, 2 yards. So now they are forced to pass it. Here we go. 3rd and 18. Could the Browns be Vikings? Oh, and Cousins gets sacked. He didn't get a chance. He got sacked. And look at that. Myles Garrett with the sack. Absolutely unstoppable player he is.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt.
So unfortunate for the Vikings that their offense got stopped, so maybe the Browns could all of a sudden put themselves in good position. And lost yards on the punt return, try to get around. All right, let's see if the Browns can take over now and take their first lead of the game.
1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a
1st
touchdown.
and 10. Big hole for Chubb, and he's going to be... Did he make it? Up 2nd inches.
They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there.
All right, so, yep, Browns are leading in terms of rushing yards. And there we go. Another 1st down and a little bit extra. As the Browns are now in Vikings territory. As now, the Browns have over 70 yards rushing.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier.
2nd, and gonna go for it. Oh, he dropped it. He had it, but he dropped it. Man, Baker only has 20 yards passing this game already. Jeez. Browns' passing offense has been terrible. Vikings have been too, honestly. Going for that one, and dropped it. Bobbled and dropped it. Ouch. Still, can't get anything going offensively. Maybe they should go back to running it more. But it's now 3rd and 10 for the Browns. They're wasting a good opportunity with the punt. Gonna go for it, and gonna get it! 1st down for the Browns, finally. As Baker just doubled his passing yards just like that.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years?
Here we go. And they're going to get the playoff right before 2-minute warning. And that is going to gain absolutely nothing as we're at the 2-minute warning now. The Browns, of course, are in the red zone.
You being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
All right. So here we go. On 2nd 10, what are the Browns going to do? As they're going to pass it. And slant it right there. And that's going to gain 4 yards. So it's now 3rd and 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion.
In field goal range, but you know they want that touchdown.
But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
And going to hit just in time, and it was almost intercepted. Oh, that was close. All right, yep, they're going to go for the field goal. Let's see if the Browns can get their first lead of the game as their offense started to look a little bit more balanced. All right, it's up, and it's good. So with that, the Browns take their first lead of the game as they're now up 10-7 with less than 2 minutes remaining before halftime.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling.
All right, so the Vikings are lucky they managed to only. The Vikings are lucky they just forced a field goal out of it, but they need more than that. They gotta get a touchdown. Let's see if they can retake the lead now, as they're gonna just do that. Minute 31 left in the game.
That's a good drive.
All right. So they got plenty of time. Unfortunately, the Browns start off the second half, so they kind of need to score here.
In the second quarter, can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
Wide open and gonna get the catch. Big gain there for the Vikings.
Being able to run the ball effectively, and oftentimes you might want to swing your back.
And now they're going to do a timeout because they didn't do the no huddle correctly.
And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now they may pop.
So it's a big gain as they're near midfield.
Been good with a run so far. First down, here's Cousins.
Here we go, throwing there. And going to get knocked out of bounds. He stops the clock.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
It's now 2nd and 1.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down.
Here we go. And going to, dropped it. All right, it's 3rd and 1 now. Could they get something in here?
Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Oh boy, got it! There we go. And timeout, as they're now at the 36.
Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 36,
feeling on a good game so far himself.
Here's Cousins.
And there he goes, got it, and gonna push for the first down, yes, all right.
30 down to the 25.
Here we go, run out of time, and gonna quickly get that out, and first down, well, actually no, I think short of first down, they're gonna use their final timeout now, unfortunately, for the Vikings. So yeah, they kind of have to pass now, because they're not gonna have much time left. As they're in the red zone, but they're not into the goal line yet. See if they can do it in 2nd and inches. There we go. Good catch, and gonna get out of bounds. All right, first down. Now it's 1st and goal. Cousins has definitely been playing better than Baker so far. So the Vikings are 29 yards away from taking the lead. Oh, wide open and gonna get it! Oh, he dropped it! He dropped it! He had and he dropped it! Dude! Oh my, it was right there and you dropped it. Come on. What was that? Alright, now 2nd goal. Oh, risky throw. Risky throw because they don't have time. Oh, the flag though! That can stop the clock, I think. Face mask! Defense! Yes, 1st and goal, which stopped the clock, I think. Yep, so good bank for the penalty, because that helped the Vikings, because they might not have had enough time otherwise. Here we go, as they're wide open, there we go, and there we go, finally got it. Touchdown Vikings. First passing touchdown of the game, as they retake the lead with 13 seconds left. As now they're going to run it, as the Browns made a big mistake there with that penalty, because if it went for that, They might not have had enough time to do anything because they didn't have a timeout to stop it. Here we go. 13 seconds left.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's polished off by
all right, so it's now going to kick it off to the Browns with 13 seconds left. And they still have all their timeouts if they want to do something. As they're just going to touch back. There we go. Maybe they could try a little slant before trying to go for a Hail Mary, maybe. No. No, it's not what I want to do. Now the Browns are going to have to call their own timeout because that's not the button I wanted to press either. I wanted to go back.
3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Mayfield now.
Throw, gonna get the first down and a little bit extra. Okay. I mean, technically, if they're quick, they could probably get one more playoff before trying to Hail Mary. It's getting a little risky, though, but they still have one more timeout to stop if they need to.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
But they gotta hurry.
To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle.
Take down, take down, take down. All right, got 1 second left. 1 second left. I ran to a receiver to hope a defender to try and take him down quicker. All right. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be close enough. Let's go back. Let's see what coach suggests. A 61-yard field goal. I don't think they have Justin Tucker, so that's kind of not really viable. All right, here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Last play before halftime.
Final play of the half, Mayfield.
Here we go. He's going to throw. It's going to be short. Can he make it? No! Oh, and incomplete. Oh, I thought I was going to get there for the moment. All right. So halftime, Browns lead, the Vikings lead 14-10. But the Browns get the ball, start the second half. That was a good drive there for the Browns. They just couldn't get it in there. But the Vikings hold on for the lead. Just 16 more minutes to go before we see who's going to get their first title in over 50 years. Here we go. Just going to touch back.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
All right. No. Oh, I didn't want to do that.
They trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
There we go. They're going to run it. And Chubb is going to lose yards on it. Oh, my God. Wasn't even the play I wanted to do. Audible, and it didn't work out, unfortunately. I don't know why. No, why was it on that? Why do coach selection and coach suggestion? All right, so now 2nd and 11.
Leads to a 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it.
Here we go. And that's going to get the first down and a little bit extra.
And he gets this one just shy.
Yeah, Baker doesn't even have 100 yards yet. Cousins at least has that. Barely, I think. And it's mostly been running game that's been doing all the work in this game.
Just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but
there we go. Oh, nice! Got back up really quickly. And gained an extra bit of yards. All right.
Up to about the 46-yard line. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough
so 2nd
man
and
to bring
3
down all night.
as they're going to run it and going to get the first down. 3 yards.
Just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go as they're going to go pass it.
Mayfield.
Risky throw, and just caught, but unfortunately went backwards, so that could probably lose yards in the end. And it's going to a pass of -2 yards because they're going backwards right there. Oh my God. What a horrible pass there for the Browns. Imagine completing a pass for negative yards. And there we go. And Hunt is not going to really gain much. He just gained the 2 yards back that they just lost. Oh, it's 2 extra. Okay. So it's now 3rd and 8. Here we go now. 3rd and 8. The Browns need this. Wide open and gonna get close. He's close. First down. Oh boy, just got it.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this.
Just barely got that first down. Yeah, look at the Browns have been pretty balanced.
They got the defense on their heels a little bit.
And again, gain just 4 yards.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Going for it long. And up incomplete.
Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So it's now 3rd and 7 now.
They're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity.
Going for the quick pass and going to complete it for a big gain. And a big hit as the Browns are now in the red zone.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14.
As the Browns have wasted over half the time already in the 3rd quarter. Doing a good job keeping the Vikings offense on the bench. And that's going to gain, they'll lose 2 yards. Oh my God, Kareem Hunt's been terrible in this game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
All right, so now, here we go on 2nd and 11.
Now Mayfield.
Risky, caught it. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, he dropped it again. There's been so many drops in this game. It's insane.
The passing windows are just not there.
All right, 3rd and 11 now. Here we go. Could the Browns punch it in, take the lead, or get the field goal? Here we go. And he's going to go. Did he get the first down? Did he get it? Yes. 1st and goal for the Browns. Right there. So now they're still in the driver's seat for a touchdown. As they are going to run it in. And he will. Oh, there's a flag, though. There's a flag, so we got to wait and see. What's the flag about? Oh, my God. The Browns. Penalty. Are you kidding me? They had the touchdown. Now it got to be called back. Oh, the clock didn't stop, I see. So it's now from the 12 yards out. And once again, Hunt didn't do anything, just gained 3 yards. Oh my God, they had the touchdown, but the penalty had to take it back. So it's 2nd goal now. They're going to pass it. Here we go. Up and caught it, and short still. At least Hunt gained a little bit of yards here, but now 3rd and goal. And still not in yet. As we're nearing the end of the 1st quarter, all the 3rd quarter's been just the Browns drive right here. That's it. And gonna go for it, and there we go! Touchdown Browns! As Baker for his first touchdown passes to OBJ of all people too. How funny. He's playing the Super Bowl that he played real life in, only for a different team. And he got a touchdown as the Browns now take the lead. Jesus, the Browns were the only team right now to do any offense in the 3rd quarter. They wasted over 6, almost 7 whole minutes on that drive. And that is both good and bad. If they keep the Vikings from doing anything, that could be good wasting time, but it also could be bad if the Vikings go on there, take the lead, and then they have less time to deal with. Well, we'll see what's going to happen as we got a game still to do. So, a minute 19 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Browns now lead 17-14. And well, same result, but wasted 4 seconds. Okay.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready.
The Browns are now dominating in terms of yards and rushing yards. They haven't even hit 100 yards rushing yet after a quick start. And Cook is just going to gain 4 yards.
What we're looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen.
So it's now 2nd and 6.
They've got to take care of their own business.
Now all of a sudden the Browns have a lead in the passing game. Oh, he's wide open, and it's intercepted! Good block right there at the end. Good pass down right there to knock the receiver down to get open for the interception. And the first stop for the Browns. And that was a big one. Might have honestly been almost offensive pass interference that they pass interference either way maybe. But of course the refs as always don't see it, so the Browns make up for it. Here we go. Oh, big hole for Chubb right there as he just plows through to get another first down. Oof, Browns. I mean, the Vikings have been shut down completely in this third quarter so far. An interception as they only played for like a few seconds. And now the Browns are in control once again as they're going for the first down, spinning, and still going. Oh my goodness, what a drive play that was. As they're now in the red zone, as that's now the end of the third quarter. 8 minutes remaining, and the Browns lead 17-14. Oh my goodness. So here we go. Fourth quarter, 8 minutes away from championship. A big drought's going to end, but who is it going to be? Here we go. The Browns going to run it, and Chubb has hit over 100 yards. Good on him, as he's making a pretty good case now to be the MVP right now. If he gets the touchdown, that probably should seal it if they win. Here we go. Second two is now they're going to start chewing the clock, looks like. There we go. Chubb, and he is going to get in. And the Browns scored another touchdown. As they've now scored, I believe, No, it was the Vikings that scored, I think, last time. But there we go. 10 unanswered points. As the Browns have a 9-point lead. We'll see if we get to 10 in a moment. As Chubb put up his second rushing touchdown in the game, possibly securing his MVP spot if the Browns hold on. He has almost 150 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. What could beat that? Now let's see if the Vikings can make the recovery. As the Vikings, by and large, have been kind of flat after that first drive. Yeah, they got a touchdown afterwards, but that interception really did hurt them. A 10-point swing. And there we go, just juking around, and nothing. Waste of time, though. All right, here we go. Let's see if the Vikings can do something again, because they've been shut down after that first drive in every single category, pretty much. All right, short pass, and gonna get the first down with a little bit extra. All right.
But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Now 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
And going for the long one again, and it was intercepted again! Oh my goodness! A big throw, intercepted again! As the Vikings have completely imploded, trying to go for the big pass, and it was picked off again. As Cousins now horrible right now. And now the Browns, as they only gained 2 yards off it, are in control. He doesn't have 150 yet. So once again, now the Browns just got to start I'm running out the clock. And need an extra blocker, and oh no, did they lose yards? Okay, they gained 2. All right, it's now 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this.
All right, 3rd and 5.
They knew they'd be in situations.
Here we go. Oh, did he get it? Oh no, I don't think he got it. I think he's short. Oh, it's 4th and 2. If it was 4th and 1, I actually might have considered it, but I don't want to take the chance at 4th and 2. So the Browns are going to punt it. So the Vikings got lucky with that defensive stop. Oh, wait. And gained a little bit extra yards. So the Vikings got a big stop right there. They needed that. But now they got to start actually scoring. No more turnovers. You need to start actually scoring.
Yeah, we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Going for it again. Oh, this is risky. Caught. Oh, out of bounds. Just through his hands. Ah, that's unfortunate. It was a risky throw the receiver almost had, too. That would have been a first down, too. What? Oh, Cousins got sacked! As the Browns defense showing up now. Didn't even have a chance. Like the backwards pass was right there, but got sacked before he could throw it. Oh my goodness.
Back to throw.
Here we go. And almost intercepted again.
Nearly intercepted. But remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second. But
you know what? No, we're not going to do that. It's too risky because we're far back. We're going to punt it and hope the Vikings defense can do it. I mean, stop the Browns with a little bit of time left, maybe they could try something again, but it's too risky here. The Browns will pretty much secure the victory. We saw this game so far. The Browns' offense can be stopped at times. As what a horrible punt as the Browns are going to start past midfield. Pain for the Vikings.
Now as they take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl.
And there we go. Chubb once again going to gain a big amount of yards. He has almost a $150. Yeah. 8th best defense in the league, and they allowed over 300 yards already.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Here we go, as Chubb once again going to get a $150 and a whole bunch more. As look at him just still once again securing his MVP spot, or at least he should. If he doesn't get MVP, then who does? Because Baker has not done good. I know there's one Browns defender with 2 sacks, but he only had 1 tackle, so I don't think that's worth it. As they're going to go for the play action. Open, caught, and right at the goal line now for the Browns. Watch if Baker gets a pass and touchdown here. They're going to be like, that's enough for the MVP. I still think it should be Chubb right now who gets it.
Play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident.
And just going to he got hit as he threw it. Okay, it was an incomplete pass. Got lucky it wasn't a fumble like it was earlier in the game for the Browns. And and that's just going to gain 2 yards, which is fine for the Browns. They're just running out the clock. That's good enough.
They're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field.
All right, they might run out the clock a little bit.
In your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Here we go, going for it, and it was picked off! They tried to go for the score to seal it, and it didn't work, as the Vikings got a big turnover once again on defense. They needed that. Oh, man! Tried to take a big gamble, and it didn't work out, because that would have sealed it probably for the Browns if they got that touchdown. Oh, my! Now, could the Vikings make the comeback with this big gaffe that the Browns made? As, he's just going to throw it just in time to avoid a safety. And, he got tackled underneath. What kind of a tackle was that?
Yeah, they'll get this up to the 10, but
all right, so it's at the 2-minute warning, so they gained 4 yards. That was very close for Cousins to get sacked in the end zone for a safety.
In possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And there we go. Oh, there goes. And Thielen, there we go. A big gain. Oh, my goodness. Could the Vikings be pulling off the comeback now from the Browns' mistake?
Just like that, out of danger and up past the.
And here we go. As the Vikings are trying to go for it now. Risky throw. He caught somehow. Oh, my goodness.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
As the clock's running down, 1 minute left.
Flush to his right.
Going for it. And did he catch it? Oh, he did. Timeout. Timeout, Browns. Timeout. The Vikings, I mean to say. Oh, my goodness. Where was this offense where the Vikings needed it earlier? Jeez.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is.
There's literally 2 Browns defenders over here. What the hell's up with that?
Cousins to throw.
And they're going for it long. And was intercepted in the goal line. And that should do it. 3 interceptions for Cousins this game. He was horrible.
It's a touchback.
After having a good start to the game, too, there's 4 interceptions this game. The Vikings still have 2 timeouts, though, so they can stop the clock, so the Browns aren't fully set yet. They got to get a first down to seal it. There you go. Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. That's not good for them, as he couldn't do anything right there.
Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Second down, here's
and gonna gain. Oh, they gained a little bit. Timeout. So it's still 3rd down. I think it would probably be 3rd and short. It's 3rd and 4. Okay.
Seconds to go in the game.
It's not quite yet time to go for the kneel down. There would be one more time for like a fake. I mean, we could have maybe done like a fake punt and hold on a little bit longer to burn out the clock, but let's try and go see if we can get the first down to seal it then. Here we go, 3rd and 4 for Chubb, and he's gonna be close. All right, he's got it. There we go. First down. And now the Browns can safely kneel it. If only we had the emulator that we could speed it up right here to get to the end of the game. Because don't need to do anything. They don't even need to kneel it. They've got 19 seconds left. Well, the Vikings, you had a good start to the game. You went downfield just like that. You stopped the Browns for a moment. And then you got another touchdown. But after that, in the second quarter, you completely imploded. And the Browns took over. Their defense showed up with those 3 interceptions. And with that, the final buzzer is in as the Browns are the 2021 champions. Their first title since 1964. Dominated the Vikings in the second half to win it 24-14. Congratulations, Browns. This is title number 9. As now, thanks to the tiebreaker over the Bears, since they had the most recent title, I think the Browns officially have the second most titles now all time in the NFL, behind the Packers 13. Because in real life at this point, it was the Packers number 1, 13, Bears number 2 with 9, and then it's the Browns and Giants with 8 each. The Giants had the tiebreaker, so the Browns were 4th. But now with this, more than the Giants, and a tiebreaker over the Bears are more recent, so now they're number 2. Got a long way to go to take the most titles back. But there we go. Chubb, he should be getting MVP because he got the 2 touchdowns. He put up over 160 yards. He got the game-sealing run to get it. Browns just dominated after the second half. Second half, they just straight up dominated. 10 unanswered points. The Vikings could not do anything to stop them.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The
yes,
Trophy
23 carries, 172 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Chubb definitely undisputedly deserved that MVP. What a dominant game he had.
Doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
All right, so there we go. The 2021 season is now over for the first season in this franchise as the Browns are champs. So congratulations to the Browns. Dominant season. It looked like they might have started for the wild card at first, but they managed to get the number 2 seed. Beat the Ravens, Jaguars, and now the Vikings. And all games were pretty convincing to get their first title in 57 years. Cousins had more completion percentage, which is incredible. But yeah, both QBs did not really do good. Cousins completely shit the bed hard. As Dalvin Cook, I think they did. Honestly, I don't even know if they really ran him after the first half because he had like that many yards at the beginning of the first quarter. Ugh. Just completely not good for the Vikings. They completely left the run game and then they went to pass and that completely hit them hard in the face. Yeah, the Browns got 2 sacks. I think they're the only one with sacks. Oh, 3 sacks. Okay, 3 sacks the Browns had. Wasn't he the league leader in interceptions? Or one of them? Or I know it was a third. I know it was someone with the third in their name. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, there we go. It was a close game, but then it became out of reach afterwards. So I hope you all enjoyed this first season as the Browns are the 2021 champions, beating the Vikings 24-14 to clinch their first title since 1964. And their first Super Bowl overall, too. Title number 9, though. All right. So I hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time as I start preparing for 2022.